Good morning, students. So today we will be starting with the next chapter, that is balance of payment. Okay, so this is the second group. It consists of this balance of payment chapter is divided into two parts. So now we will start with the introductory part of the chapter, that is balance of payment. So now what is balance of payment? Government keeps record of all the economic transactions that are going on between the residents of the country and the rest of the world. Okay, now the statement which keeps the record of the economic transactions which is taking place between the residents of the country and the rest of the world is called balance of payment. So the statement which keeps records of the economic transaction that goes on between residents of the country and rest of the world is called balance of payment. So balance of payment is the inflow and outflow of foreign exchange. Inflow and outflow of foreign exchange due to economic transactions between the residents of the country and the rest of the world. So balance of payment is the inflow and outflow of foreign exchange due to economic transactions between the residents of the country and rest of the world. So this is BOP or balance of payment. Okay, so now what are the items which are included in this balance of payment? So the very first item is visible goods. So what are these visible goods? Okay, so the visible goods are the goods which are tangible, which can be seen. Okay, now import means we are bringing it from the other countries to our country. Okay, and export is we are exporting, means we are sending it from our country to the abroad countries. Okay, so import is we are buying from the abroad countries. Export means we are selling or we are sending our goods to the foreign countries. Now this export and import, so the very first item is visible goods, that is export and import of visible goods. Second is export and import of invisible goods. Now this export and import of invisible good means export and import of services. Then how are these services exported and imported? Like services of shipping, then banking services, then your insurance services. So these are also exported and imported. Okay, like many foreign banks have their branches in India. Okay, so then thus export and import of these invisible items which are called the services, like banking service, insurance service and the shipping services. Okay, next is unilateral transfers. Remember these points, they are very important. These are new terms for you all. So these include receipts or payments of gifts, donations and remittances from one side. So these include gifts and donations of payments, gifts and donations of payments and remittances from one side. Means many a times people send means some families have the children working outside and abroad, so their children send money to their parents. Okay, so it's one-sided. We are not sending. Those children are working outside, they are sending to their parents. So this is one-sided. So this comes under the unilateral transfers. Sometimes in form of gifts also we get money. Okay, or sometimes in form of donations money comes. Okay, many countries donate. Okay, so in the form of donations also money comes. So these are one-sided transfers and these are called the unilateral transfers. Okay, these are one-sided transactions. Next is income from investment of work. So these includes profits, interest from the investment done on work in abroad. So these includes profits and interest earned due to investment done in the work in abroad. Investment or simply profits and interest that are earned from the investment done in abroad. Okay, and the last item of trade is capital transfers. What are capital transfers? Capital transfers are capital receipts, means repayment of loans or purchase of assets. purchase of assets or repayment of loans comes under these capital receipts. Okay, so we had visible items under the trade, we had invisible items, we had unilateral transfers, okay, we had capital receipts, and we had income from investment. So these are the items which are coming under the balance of payment or balance of trade. Okay, now in the next part we will go to the next topic of this chapter.